My name is Jim Browdy, and I am a hypocrite. I go on the radio every day saying unkind but well-deserved things about Amazon, mostly about how they treat their workers, evade safety regulations, get billions in tax breaks, and take customers away from the kind of neighborhood, small, independent places I say I love. And yet I do hit add to cart to buy batteries I could purchase from the local hardware store. Well, I did, until I took a pledge not to buy one thing from Amazon for 1 week, and I haven't. But will I continue to resist? And then there's Spotify. Love Neil Young and Joni Mitchell, not just for the music, but for standing up for what they believe in. Have contempt for Joe Rogan for what he believes in, which is spreading homicidal information about COVID. But have I left Spotify? Well, I talked about it, but then finally, I switched to Tidal over the weekend. But only after I read about Rogan's affinity for the N-word. The Trump channeling COVID stuff probably should have been enough to join the other 19% of customers who dump the service or plan to, don't you think? But now I am ready. The Super Bowl's on Sunday, you may have heard. Love wings, love being a potted plant for maybe 12 hours, but this time the hypocrite in me will not win out. I will not be joining 90 million or so of my countrymen. I am not watching. A couple of reasons. Racism for one. Here's Brian Flores' lawyer with me last week, just after filing suit against the league.
He's been getting just a groundswell of support from players, from former coaches, GMs, etc. I mean, he's, the only entity at now that's not supporting him really is the NFL, who literally an hour after we filed this 60-page lawsuit without having done any investigation, demonstrating a total lack of introspection, just declared that it was without merit. To say that we've made progress when almost 20 years ago, when the Rooney Rule was passed, there were more black head coaches in the NFL than there are today is ridiculous.
And then there's the thoroughly believable allegation that Flores was offered a $100,000 bribe for every game he'd throw. Okay, let's fly north to D.C., where the misogynistic owner of what would have been called the Redskins forever, had FedEx not said they'd end their sponsorship, has been secretly making lewd videos of cheerleaders while fostering a culture of sexual harassment. I'm not done yet. Then there's the team I would have rooted for on Sunday. That's the Cincinnati Bengals. I love upstarts, sort of like that team in the 2001 season going up against the greatest show on turf. But when you read about Cincinnati's star running back, Joe Mixon, knocking a woman unconscious not too long ago, and a week ago he competed against another star player, Tyreek Hill, who beat and choked his pregnant girlfriend, it's too much even for me. And don't forget, there's the race norming, concussion denial, and of course, Colin Kaepernick. And what's the $1 million a week man, the league's commissioner, Roger Goodell, doing about all this? Whatever the misbehaving owners tell him to. So as I said, I will not be watching Super Bowl LVI. Instead, I'll be listening to A Case of You and Southern Man, both on the Tidal app, using a remote powered by batteries I bought at Inman Square Hardware, to tune into a competition which you don't have to rationalize watching to anyone. Animal Planet's Puppy Bowl XVIII, proving, I hope, that you can teach an old hypocrite new tricks.